What is up, everyone? Mike here, and today is the Monday Q&A. I want to thank all of you for submitting questions. I do appreciate it. Let's get going. James said, you know, in a past video you asked us to ask personal questions. Tell us some random facts about yourself we may not know. Hey James, I really appreciate the comment and I think it's a great idea. So here's 3 random facts about myself you guys may not know. Number 1, when I was in high school I played golf for the school. I played golf all throughout my life. Just recently I haven't been golfing probably in the last couple of years. Mainly because it's a really expensive hobby, and I had really expensive clubs. I spent all my extra money on golf, so I recently quit. But maybe it's something I should do just periodically because it's good for me, it's healthy. And when I played in high school, we used to walk a solid 5 to 10 miles every time we played, so it was pretty crazy. Number 2, a second fact you guys may not know, the car I drive is a 2007 Chevy Impala. I'm almost finished paying it off, and then I will own it outright, so that's something I've been working on personally for about 1.5 years now. I've sold things my whole life. I've always been interested in being an entrepreneur. When I was a kid in school, I actually sold candy to all my friends and classmates, which got me in a lot of trouble with my school, and I actually got banned from selling at my school due to some issues that were caused, which maybe I'll make a separate video sometime explaining the full story. But when I was a kid, I always found things to resell. I sold Yu-Gi-Oh cards, Pokemon cards, candy, school supplies. I used to hit up the dollar store after school supplies sold at the beginning of the year, and then keep a locker full of notebooks and paper and resell it to people that didn't have things like that, and pencils and pens. So it's really been something I've done my whole life, is resold. It's something I've always enjoyed. Tom asks, with our Amazon products, when they're sent to FBA, can I put little cards in there as a thank you? I did answer this in the comments, Tom, but I want to elaborate a little further so everyone can see. According to Amazon's guidelines, you're not supposed to add anything into the products you send in. So technically, no, you're not supposed to send cards or anything that can direct a buyer somewhere else other than Amazon.com. So basically, they want you to put nothing in there. A lot of people do it. I don't really think you'll get in much trouble if it's just a thank you note, as long as you're not saying go to this URL or do this. There are restrictions on that. So make sure you're not driving the traffic away from Amazon, because that is going against what they're trying to fulfill over at Amazon.com. I think if you got caught with a thank you note in there, they would care a lot less than if you got caught with a URL in there. So if you're going to do it, just be smart about it. But I do believe it is against the rules. Jen asked, is there a way to make sure that sales tax is automatically collected on your eBay listing? Jen, there is definitely a way to do this. Mine automatically goes to Ohio and has an 8% tax. I believe you have to go into your settings page and go to your listing settings or something along those lines, and you can just set automatic sales tax to be on every listing you put up. Now, I don't really know off the top of my head exactly how to do it. Maybe I'll do a how-to video on it for you. I have been making how-to videos, so I'll check it out, add it to my list, and try and get one up soon. But there is a way to do it, definitely, so make sure you look further. You don't have to set it every time you make a listing. Michael asks, when are we going to hear about your wholesale website? Hey Mike, this is a great question. I understand completely where you're coming from. I get this question a lot lately, so it's something I'm working on. It's a work in progress. Like I told everyone before, it's much less about the work, much more about the financial. And right now I'm using all the money that goes from the channel to specifically do that project. It's not cheap. The theme alone costs like $180 I need to do the wholesale. And then I have to worry about listing everything up, running the site for a couple months, which costs $60 a month. And on top of that, any other costs that may go into it. So it's something I'm working on. I'm saving up the funds now. As soon as all the funds are covered, I'll take some time off and make sure I'm working on it full time. It's something I really want to accomplish in the next few weeks. I know when I originally said I would do it at the beginning of the year, but obviously I didn't really take into account all the work and money that needs to go into it. For me, what's more important is that when it's done right. I want it to be done and the website is done. It looks awesome. It's ready to go. All of you can use it. So that's what I'm working towards. So I promise you when it does come out, it'll be kick-ass. But until then, just hang tight. I'll take care of it, I promise. Matt asks, have you ever used eBay's Valet service? And if you have, what do you have to say about it? Do you think it's a good program? Hey Matt, to me this just looks like a crappy FBA knockoff. I have not used it, and it seems like you just send your items to approved sellers and then they just resell them on eBay. The difference here is on Amazon, you're part of the Prime network, so that's really important to helping you sell. The Valet service doesn't seem to have any upsides from the selling standpoint. You're just getting more fees taken out to have them sell the item for you. That doesn't mean it's going to sell. The whole point of FBA is, yes, they're taking the item and selling it for you, but they're selling it on a network where it sells much faster. There's an upside to it. So I've not used it. I don't want to judge it before I've actually tried it, so I might test it out and let you guys know further. But from just outside looking in standpoint, I see no real pros to it except that you don't have to sell the item. So if that's your thing, go ahead and try it out. I'll let you guys know further if I ever do try it out, but from my standpoint, it doesn't look that great. Alright everyone, thanks for watching. I do appreciate it. I want to touch base with some of my subscribers from the recent giveaways and let you guys know I will be doing the Skype calls soon. I'll get all of you contacted within the next couple weeks and get everything set up. I've been trying to get caught up from when I was out for an entire week, so I'm working really hard to get everything caught up. I just finished listing everything I have in my entire office right now, so I'm completely out of merchandise, which never happens. So I'm really going to be pumping out videos, working on getting the Skype calls caught up, and then the wholesale website. So I do appreciate all the support. Thank you. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button, subscribe if you haven't. I'll see you guys tomorrow.